Hello and welcome to another. Oh, this is Friday Fun Quiz. That's not right, is it? There we go. Sorry. Yeah, so we're on to an extra quiz. This is a midweek one. We're just doing 20 questions, nice and peaceful, on one subject, which this week is music. So 20 questions on music for the music fans. On Fridays, of course, at 9 o'clock, we do the full 50 questions, which can be made up of several subjects, even picture rounds. So if you've not seen that, Uh, make a note in your diary for that on 9 o'clock on Friday, or have a look at some of the older ones. But for now, let's get straight into the questions, nice and quick, and keep it as short as we can. 20 questions on music, like I said. So here we go. So straight on, according to the official charts, what's the biggest selling UK album since the year 2000? Basically, in the last 20 years, what's the biggest selling album, UK album? That's your 10-second counter going down the left hand side of your screen there. Just saying when. Doesn't give you 10 seconds per question, but it does give you some sort of idea when the next question's coming. Will I Am of the TV's The Voice is part of which band? Now, obviously, is known well on there for being a judge, but what band is he normally part of? So once I've read the question, and before we go to the next, you'll get this red timer coming down, just warning you to scribble away quickly. If you miss any questions, don't worry, we'll come back to them at the end before I give the answers very quickly. Think of everything, you see. Question 3. Which female singer released Fight for This Love following her departure from a successful girl group? So quite a well-known celebrity in the UK especially. She released Fight for This Love, which is a bit ironic because she didn't fight for love, she moved on and married somebody else, but let's not get into that. Question 4 on music. Which artist's real name is David Robert Jones? Not just Dave Jones. So who's that? David Robert Jones. Any ideas? Question 5. Which Irish rock band sang the song The Boys Are Back in Town? Boys are back in town, boys are back in town. Yes, I'm not a singer. In fact, going back to the last question, I've got a mate called Dave Jones. He can't sing either. Are you watching, Dave? No problem. Anytime. Question 6. Two bands have a drummer called Roger Taylor. Can you name them both? Now, I'll give you 2 points if you get both. If you get just the one, I'll give you 1 point. I'm feeling generous. There's a possible 2 points here. Question 7. Penny Lane by the Beatles is a real place in London. Is that true or false? Penny Lane by the Beatles is a real place in London. True or false? This is my poker face. I am giving no answers away. The film Rocket Man is about which 70s superstar? It's a nice easy one. It's one of them films I still haven't watched. I need to get around to watching that. It's supposed to be quite good. So question 9 then. So we've had the official charts biggest selling album. So this is the single. So according to the official charts, what's the biggest selling UK single since the year 2000? So the first question tonight was the biggest selling album since 2000. Can you follow that up and get a double whammy and get the single as well? At the halfway mark then, question 10. Which singer appeared in the TV show Game of Thrones? So, a famous singer played a cameo in the big TV show Game of Thrones. It wasn't one of those cameos where they're just in the background either. He actually, had a speaking part and sang a song as well. Like you do. Like you do if you're a singer. Don't ask me to sing. So question 11. According to the Guinness World Records, which 80s star is the best-selling female recording artist of all time? That's some boast, isn't it? So which female star from 80s is the biggest selling female recording artist of all time? Question 12. Walk Like an Egyptian was a hit song for which group in 1986? Quite a popular one on the dance floors. People trying to walk like an Egyptian. Question 13. Can you name the song from them lyrics? All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I'm tempted to try and sing that then, but I'll leave temptation well alone. Know your limits. So, question 14. Which Canadian singer had 1999's biggest selling album with Come On Over? So, who had the album Come On Over, the biggest selling of 1999? Question 15. The theme songs from the TV shows CSI Vegas, CSI Miami and CSI New York are all by which band? So each TV show has a separate theme tune, but all of them are done by the same band. Name the band. Who had a hit with Raw in 2011? That's question 16 of 20. Oh, we forgot the count. There we go. 5 seconds. And question 17. Which famous drummer narrated Thomas the Tank Engine? My youngest son absolutely loved Thomas the Tank Engine. He's 20-year-old now, and he doesn't like reminding me of that fact. He had a Thomas Tank Engine bedding, Thomas Tank Engine lamps, wallpaper. Yeah, it's not cool when you're 20, apparently. Question 18. Who held a public vote asking where she should perform a free concert? And pranksters voted for a school and actually won. So we're looking for a singer who had the public vote to perform a free concert, and basically someone as a joke put the school and they won. And she had to perform there for nothing. See, I even said she, give you a clue. Feeling kind. Question 19 then. What was the first music video played on MTV in Europe and the UK in 1987? UK and Europe share the same channel, in case you're wondering, so it could actually as easily have been written in UK. So the first music video in the UK or Europe. What was the song? Can you remember? They had a different one in America. Which we'll tell you about shortly. So the last question then on music, question 20. Which musician created the bands Depeche Mode, The Assembly with Fergal Sharkey, Yazoo, and finally Erasure? Quite a talented guy. You know, stands in the background, doesn't really say much, but writes the songs and writes the music and just gets on with it. It's quite an amazing list of bands, that, really. They're all successful. He's obviously made a few quid. But who is it? Right, so here's the thing. Some of you may have missed a question. I mean, I don't think I've gone too fast at all. Probably too slow for some people. But if you did miss a question, there we go. Apologise for the counter at the top, ignore that. We're not going to do 3 minutes. So, away with you. See? Magic. Well, there's your list of questions. So, if you've missed any, quickly run your eye down that list and scribble the answer on a piece of paper. And once you've got them all, so you've got 20 questions with 20 answers, I shall go through with the answers I've got, and let's see if you're right. Have you got that? Not yet? Come on, hurry up, people are waiting. Right. I think that's long enough. Here we go then. The answers. The question 1 on music was this. The biggest selling album since the year 2000 is the album 21 by Adele. And it's actually the 4th best-selling album in the UK of all time now. Called 21 because that's how old she was at the time. Question 2. will.i.am of The Voice is from the band The Black Eyed Peas. His real name is William James Adams Jr. So he's actually called William. I did wonder if will.i.am was meant something else, but maybe not. So Cheryl Cole was the girl that sang Fight for This Love. Cheryl Fernandez Vicini, she's called now. Don't know why, because she's not with any of them anymore. Been married about 6 times or something now. David Bowie. Now, interestingly, his real name, as you can see, is David Robert Jones, but he changed the name because of Davy Jones, who was the lead singers of the Monkees. He didn't want to be confused with him and confuse other people, so he made his name David Bowie. The rest is history. Thin Lizzy, they're the band that sang The Boys Are Back in Town. Be question 5. Question 6. The 2 drummers called Roger Taylor. One of them plays for Queen and the other plays for Duran Duran. So if you're a drummer and you want to be famous and rich, change your name by Deed Poll to Roger Taylor and you'll probably have some success. It seems to be good. Penny Lane. Is it a place in London, true or false? It's false because, yes, it is a real place, but it's in Liverpool. The film Rocket Man is about Elton John, who cleverly taught himself to play the piano. And apparently can't read music. I can't believe that. But he's doing alright for himself. Question 9. What's the biggest selling UK single since 2000? Anything is Possible and the flip side Evergreen by Will Young. That was released after the precursor to X Factor, which was Pop Idol. He won that in 2002 and that was the resulting single. Question 10. Ed Sheeran appeared in Game of Thrones. Excuse me. He played a Lannister soldier in 2017. He performed a song called Hands of Gold, which apparently is from the book. Well, it's not one of his own, but he sang it anyway. What a good lad. The best-selling female recording artist of all time is Madonna. Question 12. Walk Like an Egyptian was a hit song for the Bangles. Strangely enough, that song was offered Tony Basil. You know, Hey Mickey. Famous for. She was offered that song and she turned it down. Strange. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. That is the lyrics to the song California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. Of course you knew that. Shania Twain had the biggest selling album in 1999. Come On Over. I wonder what happened to her. She just seemed to disappear, didn't she? She came on the scene, massive, sold millions and millions of records and then vanished. Weird. All the CSI TV shows have theme songs that are sung by The Who. And Katy Perry had a hit with the song Raw, which I believe is the most viewed song on YouTube. It's now had 3.2 billion views. That's a lot of views. I wish this quiz had so many views, I'd be alright. And the famous drummer that was narrator for Thomas the Tank Engine was Ringo Starr. I've put off the Beatles. If you didn't know that, blooming heck, I give up. Who held a public vote asking where to perform a free concert? It was Taylor Swift. Now, it was a prank, and she did actually go to the school and do the dirty deed. And the school made a fortune. I think she personally donated 10,000 for books and things, and another company came in and donated sports equipment, and so the school did really well out of it. And the first music video played on MTV in Europe was Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. And the musician that created the bands Depeche Mode, Assembly, Yazoo and Erasure was Vince Clarke. Yes, he's the one that stands all serious in the background. But it's a good list of bands he's got there on his CV. Not bad at all. I wouldn't imagine there's going to be another one now because, well, he's made enough money, hasn't he? That is your 20 questions. So, that is it for our extra quiz. Hope you enjoyed that, and I wonder how many out of 20 you got. If you've got above 15, really well done, because some of them aren't easy. If you did get above 15, put your name in the comments underneath and give yourself a big up, and we'll all give you a like and tell you how amazing you are. So until Friday at 9 o'clock, when the next video goes up and gives you some more questions on several subjects, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Don't forget to give us a like or follow us on Twitter, on Facebook and Twitter. Get on there, look up Sheldon's Fun Quiz and join in the chat.